My name is Teresa Lockwood. I reside in Vineland, New Jersey. I was just harassed and falsely accused by Morah, trying to cover up that they basically filed false charges on me, a false complaint, a bogus complaint. And basically um look, I'm basically calling the police department to speak to somebody about police hacking to my computer and splicing and altering my videos on basically things that are basically very, very crucial in relation to dangers inside law enforcement, by the way. So they think it's funny. The thing is, I basically have been transferred by dispatcher to the front desk, okay? So the thing is, it was Morah, right? So, I was just falsely accused by Morah, falsely accusing me of keep calling 911. I never did that. I never called 911, well, no, I'm sorry. More than once in a day, I've only called 911 once, and it was a legitimate call, where I was harassed and bullied and threatened, by police, by the way, who were harassed, who dispatchers were harassing me. Okay. The thing is, to sit there and cover that up, they basically told me I wasn't allowed to call the police department, told me to stop calling. I'm like, I'm allowed to call the police department. I have a legitimate complaints. But this is what they did. They basically told me I'm not allowed to call the police department. This was like months ago. Well, they did it a number of times. And they basically have laughed at me and harassed me for actually being in a life-threatening situation, being a victim of domestic violence. But regardless to this person here who I just spoke with, Officer Morah, with Officer Perez, filed false complaints against me after I was harassed and slandered and bullied for being a victim by dispatchers. Then I was re-victimized by dispatchers. Okay, so they made up lies and basically said, "Oh, well, I have no, what happened is they blocked my number," which they're lying and covering it up, by the way. Okay. So the thing is that, so I asked to speak to somebody with my computer being hacked, and I used the comparison to when they basically hacked into my computer. The Vineland Police Department hacked into my computer because I recorded dispatcher harassing me, okay, and like getting all like gangster on me, okay, talk to me like some bully, and refusing me to basically make a complaint about being harassed. So the thing is, police harassed me, so I basically, I'm going to report police harassing me. So the thing is that Morah just lied to me, which is mental abuse. Okay, sitting there lying and making up what did not happen. They're making up lies and saying I kept calling 911 that day. No, I did not. I called 911 one time. Okay, now on top of that, I basically had to call 911 in relation to, they had my number blocked to refuse me, blocked my number, and this was not the first time they blocked my number, and I do not abuse services. They're making up lies. Oh, you keep calling. No, they keep hanging up on me, and I called back because I was hung up on. Let you know that Morah, just now as I was transferred to him, he's at the front desk. I was transferred to him. He put me on hold for over 6 minutes, which is a long time, okay, to ignore basically me calling. Was my first call. So I called dispatcher back. I'm like, look, I was just put on hold for over 6 minutes. They're like, well, that's who you're talking to. I mean, I don't know what, it was like kind of like unrelatable. I was just like, okay, but I'm not sure what that is. I said I was just left on hold for 6 minutes, so I called back. So when I was talking to Morah the second time, I explained and made a comparison about how they hacked into my computer, their police. I said, not you specifically. I don't know that if you did it specifically or not. I was basically, this was being done to me before Morah. I don't know if he is basically the person or somebody else, but they, in relation to this, to encounters with me, they keep hacking my computers, the Vineland Police, and altering my words in my computer, which is a crime. I was actually told by Lieutenant Lanny that me being hacked and Vineland Police hacking me is not a crime. He didn't use the word police, Vineland Police, but my report was Vineland Police, and then he responded by, "Oh well, hacking your computer is not a crime." Oh yes, it is. It's a cyber crime. It's also harassment. And yes, to alter my words and splice my videos, yes, it is. So harassment is a crime, but the thing is they keep harassing me. And they have falsely accused me in the past because I kept calling when they were hanging up on me and laughing at me and mocking me, harassing me. I called back, they're like, "Oh, you're the one who keeps calling here." So I just got that manipulation tactic by Officer Morah. I'm like, "You're the one calling." I'm like, "Yeah, because I have a complaint. I have a right to make a complaint. I have a right to call the police department." So they're blaming me because I'm calling the police department for them committing crimes against me or anybody else. Blaming me for reporting a crime while they're harassing me. So these people are not logical. And the other ones who basically harassed me at the desk is Felice, and Burris, who basically has said similar things or whatever. I'm like, "Stop harassing me." I make a legitimate complaint. They basically hang up on me, or they basically make these little nasty remarks or whatever. And then sometimes in there, "Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you?" When I was like, "Yeah, I just sat there and made the complaint." But it's harassment, playing these games with me. I mean, these people are immature. They have never expressed anything logical or reasoning to me whatsoever, nor do they care to. They harass me simply because, well, one, I'm a woman, okay? And yes, they have gotten their other women, okay, to basically harass me. They lie to them, they do all these things or whatever, manipulate them or whatever, and get them to bully me. The thing is, there's one thing being deceived, okay? But regardless, I have legitimate complaints. But there's another reason why you're sitting there abusing me for being a victim in a crisis situation of trauma where I'm in distress and suffering and in pain. And oh, you need an ambulance? You need help? Oh yeah, we'll call crisis for you. This is what they do for being a victim of abuse, victim of trauma. So, the thing is I'm basically, calling back. This is the third time. I'm recording it. Okay? And, so I was manipulated by Morah, who basically just makes up these delusional lies, made up a lie that I kept calling. I only called 911 once that day. One time. Okay? When my number was blocked. So then they sat there and made up, refused me to make a complaint, talked over me and sat there and said, "Oh, you don't have a complaint?" Okay, I said, "Yes, I do." And then they hung up on me and refused me to make a complaint. So this is basically the same harassment I get by Internal Affairs, Lieutenant Landy, by the way, who mocks my pain and suffering. The racist has even sat there and mocked basically Jacob Surveys being murdered and shot through his window, as they slandered him in a paper twice. Practically crippled, by the way, while I was sitting in the car. Unarmed. And, basically sat there and, said, "Oh, poor Jacob. Oh, yeah, basically, somebody an average of 20 years old basically being murdered, shot through the front window for no reason. Meeting his girlfriend to drop off a rent-a-car. That's all he was doing. Sitting in his car. That's it. So, he wants to sit there and be, I'm just going to call it, this is ridiculous. So when I called, basically, hack in the computer and basically remove this.
This is an emergency. Please press 1. If you know your...
I push 2.
For police emergency and non-emergency.
And non-emergency.
Press 1.
Find a police operator 7170.
Yeah, I was just transferred to the first. I was just transferred to the desks for this second time before, and I was just harassed by Officer Morah, making up lies about me. And hanging up on me when I corrected him. I'm not playing these games. He's already endangered and threatened my life and committed crimes against me.
Would you like? Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
I will hang up on you. Stop calling, all right?
I'm a law-abiding citizen.
I don't care. I don't care.
I'm a good person.
My time. We're busy.
Excuse me. I haven't done anything wrong. This is what they do.
You have reached the City of Vineland Police Department. This is an emergency. Please press 1.
Because I spoke against him harassing me.
Digit extension. Please enter it now. For a list of... For police emergency and non-emergency dispatch, please press 1.
Non-emergency.
Find a police operator 7170.
Yeah, I'd like to speak to a supervisor, please.
We're busy. Bye.
You have reached the City of Vineland Police. If this is an emergency, press 1. If you know your party's 4-digit extension, please enter it now. For a list of further options, please press 2. For police emergency and non-emergency dispatch,
Non-emergency.
Find a police operator 7170.
Yeah, I asked to speak to a supervisor, please.
I said we're busy.
No, I'm basically need to speak to an officer. I have a complaint.
Okay, we're busy, so somebody can call you back. What's your phone number?
Yeah, can you transfer to Internal Affairs, please?
I cannot. What's your phone number? I'll have somebody call you back.
This was the little bitch that basically harassed me before
I don't care
and
what
threatened
you
me.
do. Stop calling me. I told you that.
I'm allowed to call the police department.
I'm hanging up on you. Grow up, little girl.
I'm not a little girl, and you're the one that needs to grow up. I'm not immature, you are. You need to grow up. Like, who talks like that? You're harassing me because I'm white. I haven't done anything wrong. This is how they're talking to me. Grow up? For asking to speak to a supervisor?
you have reached the City of Vineland Police Department. If this is an emergency, please press 1. If you know your party's 4-digit extension. For police emergency and non-emergency dispatch, please press 1.
Fine.
He hung up on me. Yeah, I'm shaking.
You have reached the City of Vineland Police Department. If this is an emergency, please press 1. If you know your party's 4-digit extension, please enter it now.
94204 Front desk. I just got hung up on. She's a skank. She's really foul.
If you know your party's 4-digit extension, please enter it now. For a list of further options, please press 2.
This is Morah at the desk, by the way. The one who harassed me and falsified a complaint against me. Just got hung up on. Tell me to grow up for asking to speak to a supervisor because I'm being harassed and lied about.
If you know your party's 4-digit extension, please enter it now. For a list of further options.
It's 4204. It's really sad. I'm sure she does abuse little girls. We don't know if that would be like... like, that's thug. That's nasty. Just got hung up on again. I simply asked to speak to a supervisor because I'm being harassed, falsely accused. I have a right to speak to a supervisor.
You have reached the City of Vineland Police Department. If this is an emergency, please press 1. If you know your party's 4-digit extension, please enter it now. For a list of further options, please press 2.
I'm calling Internal Affairs. This is the one who, the racist, who basically laughed at Jacob Surveys being murdered. Yeah, I'm being harassed by your dispatchers, calling me a little girl, telling me to grow up simply for asking for a supervisor. Because I was harassed by Officer Morah again, falsely accusing me that I basically called 911 many times or whatever, which is a bold-faced lie. I only called 911 the day that he falsely arrested me and falsely accused me. Colluding and with bullying dispatchers who were bullying me, putting me under distress for being harassed by police and being a victim. So I am calling because Vineland Police are hacking my computer and basically splicing my videos to alter my words, which is harassment. You sit there, I'll mock me and sit there, as you have falsely claimed before and lied and said, hacking my computers and altering my videos is not a crime. Yes, it is a crime. It's basically a cyber crime for hacking my computer, and it is basically harassment. To sit there and alter my words and obstruct justice to cover up evidence, of basically me speaking against the crimes of the Vineland Police. I have a right to law enforcement services. Sitting there being called immature for asking for a supervisor, the exact same thing as before when I asked for a supervisor while being harassed. Okay? And basically tell me to grow up for asking for a supervisor? That's immature. They need to grow up. Okay, and I'm not a little girl, I'm a grown woman, and I'm a mature woman, and I'm not playing these games. And they're sitting there saying, because I'm asking to speak to a supervisor, they're not playing games? Yeah, that was the last time before when I sat there and said, I'm not playing these games with you. They sat there and had your dispatchers echo the same thing. You're sitting there prejudiciously discriminating against me or whatever by racists, Spanish supremacists, basically bullying me and falsely charging me because they're attacking intellectuals. And then you white supremacists sitting there for years destroying my life and my family because my daughter is Spanish. This is what you people are doing. So the thing is I'm sitting there being harassed and bullied and slandered by dispatchers and officers at the front desk, and I have not done anything wrong.
Thank you. To review this message, press 6. Thank you. Your message has been sent. Thank you for calling. To access your mail...
Grow up for basically asking for a supervisor because I don't want to be harassed. Oh, okay.
You have reached the City of Vineland Police Department. For police emergency and non-emergency dispatch, please press.
Vineland Police Operator 8268.
Yeah, I'm looking to speak to a supervisor, please. Or get a supervisor to get back to me.
You both want to call right now? Can I take your name and phone number?
Yes, it's Teresa Lockwood. Do you need me to spell any of that? Or it's T-H...
Okay, right.
Okay, it's, yeah, T-H-E-R-E-S-A.
And your phone number?
It's 856-457-7114.
All right, I'll have them call you, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a good day. I'm going to end with that.